right, we are alive and kicking. All right, let me know if you can see me and hear me, and we will get started. Welcome today, you guys. It is the 21st of December. What's special about today? It's Tuesday. Just kidding. Special about today is it's winter solstice. I barely can talk, but there you go. Winter solstice, you guys. How many of you guys knew that? Woke up today not even thinking about it. You know, more so thinking about, oh, it's Christmas, got to get things going. But winter solstice, marking the day. Well, honestly, winter solstice marks a few days that I learned today. Yule and all, but we're going to celebrate it in a few different ways, recognizing some of our Workhound wins, as well as some of the driver bonuses that have come out this month. So we've been waiting. The news is here. Let me know if you can see and hear me. That's where we're going today. I know, where are my glasses? Actually, might not be glasses, but I still have some holiday cheer if I can get it on over my head. There. I dressed up today with my tie. All right, the glasses may have been too much. It was hard to see. But like for me to see. How do I tighten this so that I can actually see it? All right, so let me know that you can see and hear me. We'll get started. And like I said, we're going to talk about some of our Workhound wins, what Workhound is for those of you who aren't familiar with it. And then, of course, our talking about some of our driver bonuses that we have. We have monthly bonuses, we have referral bonuses, we have actually 2 monthly bonuses. We have a sign-on bonus that's current right now that does pay out quarterly, plus an extra bonus on top of that. So there's a lot of extra ways that you can increase your pay by performance. So if you're looking to move over and above, we've got those options for you. Just feel free to call one of our recruiters and talk to them specifically, make sure that it is I know, right, Anna? Make sure that it is within your area and the division that you're in. I know. Do you guys have Christmas decor? What do you got? What are you sporting? Mine is a tie. Merry Christmas, very shiny one. So it may or may not blind you while I'm watching it. Love it. Fashion forward. Yes, that's what I hear quite often. No, just joking. Okay, speaking of Christmas and holidays and all that good stuff, do want to remind you that our shop hours will be closed as of, not just our shop, but terminal hours will be closed as of Thursday at 11:30 p.m. for the shop. The inspection bay, the wash bay is going to be closing at 5 on Thursday the 23rd, and the prep shop as well at 5. The decal, the body shop is closing at 3:30. Decal is at 5. And then the Des Moines terminal, or Des Moines shop, I should say, is closing at 5 p.m. on Thursday, the 23rd. Just because they are closing, I do want to remind you, we still have 24/7 after-hours support. We also still have the maintenance support as well. So you've got 24/7 after hours and maintenance support available to you. So don't forget about that. Cool? All right. 515-576-4141 to get a hold of any of the additional departments along with an extension. Let me know if you have questions on any specific telephone numbers to contact. Now, Des Moines shop closes at 5. Bessemer is going to close at 11 p.m. on Thursday evening. Hammond is closing at 4:30. Mediapolis is closing at 4:30. And so is Missoula. Now, they'll all open back up on the 27th at 7 a.m. So Monday at 7 a.m. with the exception of the Bessemer shop. They're going to open up on 6 p.m. on Sunday. So they'll be right after that. Oh, Anna says holiday bonus for drivers, $100 extra if you're working Christmas Day or New Year's Day. Yes, Thanksgiving also ran into that, but yes, if you are working on Christmas Day or New Year's Day, you'll get a $100 bonus on top of whatever pay you were receiving, whether it be a guaranteed or minimum pay or your rate of pay per mile. You'll be seeing that as well. So, yes, yes, yes. Now, same type of schedule for next week as it is for this week. So, New Year's week is going to be a reflection of this week, basically. Thursday, everything's going to be shutting down, coming back open on Monday at 7 a.m. Thursday night, by the way. Thursday night, Thursday evening for most cases. And then the Bessemer shop will again open up on Sunday the 2nd at 6 a.m. So it'll be a day early for everybody. Making sure that all things are taken care of. Speaking of making sure all things are taken care of, it is that time of season. It is, like I said, the winter solstice. So I just want to remind you all that the 17-degree weather is here to stay. No, actually, I'm hoping it is not here to stay, but it could be. So as a reminder, make sure that you have the fuel additives that you need, that you have the chains on your trucks. The chains should be on your trucks as of September 1st to May 31st. So those should be on the truck anyway. But if they're not, this is a gentle reminder to get those up, get those on there immediately, just in case. Now remember, those are used to get you out of trouble, not an idea to get you into trouble. So those are a safety precaution. So please make sure that you use them in a smart manner. Let me see There we go. Maybe at the end I'll get it right. Maybe. Don't have too high of expectations. Yes, holiday gifts, they are out. I love how Anna's like keeping me rolling here. Holiday gifts did go out last Friday. I believe they were scrambling to get everything in order. Thank you to everybody who was involved in that. Huge shout out to Katie. You can see her hiding behind the scenes there under the Decker Truck Line chat title. But yes, we had a lot of busy hands getting those gifts out. So please let us know what you think of them. We take some time to get those ready and get them organized and figure out what we're going to do and picking and choosing what we can give you guys. It's pretty exciting for us, and we would like to know how what your thoughts are on that. Make sure that it's what you guys are enjoying. Speaking of some holiday gifts, well, I just better leave it at that. I'll let you guys see them, receive them ahead of time, and then you can give me your input, and we'll talk more about those later on. Next week, we'll be talking a little bit more about goals, talk about New Year's resolutions if you want, but more so goals and what your goals are for Decker Truck Line. Maybe you have some personal goals that you want to set here at Decker. Maybe you have goals or expectations that you want to see from Decker as a company. We really, really appreciate your input on that. So if you have a goal for next year, please put it in the chat. Let me know so that we can all be here, hold you accountable, right? We got your little support group here. But not only that, but if you have goals or expectations that you'd like to see Decker meet, please either put that in the chat or also, ideally, please put that in our Workhound survey app. Now, a lot of you guys are receiving a weekly text from Workhound asking for some input, have you rate the company, rate Decker, and then tell us why you rated us that. This is what we're talking about today. So it's going to be kind of a rollover into next week because I'm hoping to gather some of the information that you guys give us through your Workhound expectations and put that into a goal or kind of revamping certain areas of Decker to gain movement, to improve, to that type of thing. So give us your feedback. That's what we're looking for. That's why we implemented the Workhound. We partnered with them so that we could improve. And there's a lot of areas that Workhound partnership can help with. And communication, engagement, those are huge areas that they improve on. Just helping us become the best us that we can be as a company. And that's what we want to continually see. And honestly, we have seen a lot of improvements with some of the changes that have happened because of the communication that's come through on Workhound. So speaking of Workhound, let's give you some statistics here. Amy says, happiness is better. Is someone in your house? I can hear others talking at the... Nope. Maybe I have the volume on in another area. Nope, I don't. Nobody yet. So we have got... Is anybody else getting kickback? Maybe I've got too many audios. I only have the one audio on. So is anybody else getting kickback? I apologize if it's echoing for you. Okay. All right, so hopefully not. But let's see. Where was I going with that? Oh, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the data that we've gotten from Workhound that we've been able to use and improve on. Now, engagement within Workhound itself has most definitely gone up. We'd love to see it continue to go up and improve, because that obviously gives us more information, more accurate information. The more people that are getting involved in it, the more accurate numbers that we have. Now, our satisfaction rate is one of the highest in the transportation industry. So we definitely want to celebrate that, but we know that there's always improvement that can happen there. We have, I think our peers are about if you're looking at ranked out of 10, our peers are usually around 50 to 60%. We are between 80% or so. So that's where we want to continue to see that improve. We've had in the last, we started this in January, I believe is when we actually started it. We've had about 563 people participate in it. We've had over 1,800 comments come through, and we've had about 35% of those who have commented reveal. So let me give you a little bit more detail on what that's all about. Revealing is basically letting us know who it is that's making the comment, and then your information, your name, your telephone number, that type of thing. Because Workhound is an anonymous survey. It's there because a lot of people feel that giving their opinions or giving critiques can give them some sort of, or will cause some sort of reprimand. That's not the case. And we don't want you to hold back when it comes to letting us know the good, the bad, whatever of Decker Truck Lines. We want to see the best. We want to be the best. We are driven to be the best. I mean, is that not our logo? That is so our logo. We are, but in order to be the best, we have to continually improve. You can't just sit and settle like a pond water. We've got to sit. We've got to begin to improve and grow with whether it's our software, whether it's the way we do things, how we're communicating, etc. So we've got a lot that we want to improve on. Even though we're very happy with areas, we want to make sure that it works well for you as well. Okay, Anna says good. No sound issues. Awesome. But yes, it's a totally anonymous platform. However, if there's a concern that you have that we need to follow up on, say you're not getting miles, or I'm trying to think, or maybe the communication is poor between you and safety, or whatever the case might be. If whatever the case might be, in order for us to solve some of those problems, we need to find out who is who you're having that conflict with, or where the communication drops, why you're not getting those miles. But it's on a case-by-case basis. So if for some reason truck A wasn't getting miles but truck B was, we're not going to know which person it was that was commenting when there could be multiple truck A's and multiple truck B's, or similar situations is what I'm getting at. So we want to be able to follow up and not just leave it as is. If it fizzles out and you're giving all this input, we don't do anything about it, it doesn't do you any good to report it. And that is not what we want this software, this information to come at us with. As it is, or as it was, I should say, before we had Workhound, before we had this survey system that allowed you to give input, we would sometimes get that information, but we wouldn't know where to go with the information. Like, who do you go? Like, oh, that's a great suggestion. I love that feedback. Where do I go with it? It just fizzles out. It's a forgotten idea. We don't want that to happen. So now with the Workhound, we have, like I said yesterday during our Facebook Live, we have a standard operating procedure where once you get the information, if it's positive, you go to this, and then you go to this one, and then you go to this one. If it's negative, you go over here. You take these steps, these follow-up steps. And that way it doesn't just get dropped. It's taken care of, it is addressed, and we can grow. Like I said, we can grow off of what we're learning through this Workhound app. So please continue to provide information, to fill out those surveys, and to give feedback through that Workhound app so that we can continue to improve. I'd love to see the satisfaction rate higher, but in order to see it, we not only need more input, we need to make sure that we are making those steps to improve. So it is more than just a you thing. It's not falling on your shoulders. It is gathering the information that you're providing us. Obviously, you have a totally different perspective than we do, and we want to make sure that we are stepping up and following up in all of those arenas, those suggestions that we're getting. So speaking of the Workhound and some of the suggestions, we've got Workhound wins. So here's what we've got. Maybe. I'm having too much fun playing with that stuff and then I'm not paying attention. So here's what we have for Workhound wins. In the last year or so with Workhound and with the survey communications, things that we've been able to change because of that is our dog policy. Now the dog policy came about after having some suggestions from our drivers to begin with, but we increased the dog policy from 35 pounds to 55 pounds, and now we've bumped it up yet again. And the dog policy is now at 85 pounds. So you can have a non-aggressive breed dog at no more than 85 pounds, or you can have two dogs weighing no more than 40 pounds combined for that. So that is a Workhound win right there. A couple more examples. The shop in Bessemer, that one is a big one. I said Bessemer, not Bessemer. The shop in Des Moines is another big one. So we had shut down one of our shops. We realized with the driver feedback that we needed to increase or make it easier for the drivers to come in and out and not waste as much time. Well, Fort Dodge is not always on the way to somewhere, and Des Moines was more centrally located. We opened up a shop there, and we've been able to utilize it, which has cut down on maintenance time, so downtime for our drivers. And of course, we have a great staff there that can continue to get trucks out and rolling. And we still have our Fort Dodge shop, and we're able to utilize both of those. As well as opening the shop in Des Moines, we've also made improvements with that with additional amenities. Now, there are some things that the Des Moines shop doesn't have that some of our others do, such as laundry facilities and showers, but we do have cars available at the Des Moines shop so that you can go to a nearby truck stop and utilize some of those. So we're trying our best to make some of those resources, some of those amenities and conveniences available to you as much as possible. Same with the truck wash. We've increased our truck wash policy. There we go. So that you can get your truck washed anytime at any of our terminals that have a wash bay. So there's no limit on there where there was before. And then we also have, so we have the truck wash from 1 to unlimited, but then out on the road, you can get 1 truck wash a month out on the road, but you can get 2 truck washes a month between November and March, right? November and March, yeah. More of the winter months. So we know that you guys take pride in your trucks. You can tell by our beautiful pictures that we receive from all of our drivers. There we go. That way it's not echoing as bad. But you can tell, like, some of these pictures, they're just amazing. We know that you guys take pride in the trucks. So having them washed, keeping them clean, not only does it help with, obviously it's going to help with speed, it's going to help with convenience, it's going to help with doing your pre-trip, things like that, so that you can in fact see if there's any damage or cracks or tears or twists or turns or anything like that on the equipment. But it is all there and taken care of for you. So with the truck wash. So 2 out on the road during the months of November to March, and then 1 the rest of the year for each truck, and unlimited at any of our wash bays. So cool. All right, so I got that. What else do we have? Des Moines, we had trailer washout pay. That's another one. We increased that from 10 to 15. So for the trailer washout pay, that's not you actually washing it out. It is like Blue Beacon or one of our account reps washing it out, but we're taking care of your time. We are compensating you for the time that it takes to get the trailer washed out. Tarp pay, that increased from 20 to 25 to tarp, and 20 to 25 to untarp, tarping and securement. Popcorn machines have been placed at the terminals, or popcorn, in most cases, and microwaves in all of them. Plus, you have microwaves as well, but all of that is available to you if you want it. Ask the Welcome Center if you're in there, or the PDC. There should be some at the PDC. Ice machines have been put in the PDCs, at least the one in Fort Dodge. Towels are available at the shower locations at the terminals. So if you go into the Welcome Center and at the Fort Dodge terminals, you can pick up a towel there. We have added free Wi-Fi to our trucks. So our trucks have all kinds of amenities, right? We've got APUs, we've got inverters, we have refrigerators and microwaves. We have a 32-inch television plus satellite TV through the Epic View satellite television programming, which is company paid. We do have Sirius Radio on the truck, all of the equipment, but you do need to hold a subscription if you want it. But because we have free Wi-Fi, most people I know, they are already utilizing the streaming apps and things like that, whether they're podcasts or whatnot through that. Speaking of podcasts, we've implemented the podcast. We do have a timeout on those, and we're hoping those come back here at the beginning of the year. Not those, but that. And what else do we have there for you? We have the CB units in all the trucks. We have the TransFlow Geo tab with the navigation, ongoing navigation for you. We have DriveWise as well as Pre-Pass in all of the trucks. So they're very well equipped. We have Smart Drive, which does include both inward and outward facing event recorders. It has a lane departure, speed gauge, following distance, all of that encompassed. We have a bonus that's based off of that. And we also have our scorecard bonus. We'll talk about those here in just a minute. But we also increased our guaranteed pay and implemented guaranteed pay. So we brought up a minimum pay for pretty much every division to $1,000. Now that is a minimum pay. Remember, that is not the maximum. But it pretty much, especially this time of year, protects you from dropping below in miles or because of weather or whatever. You meet those qualifications and you get the minimum pay or the cents per mile with the miles that you ran, whichever is going to be the better of the two. But you have that peace of mind that you're going to get it. Getting your paperwork in on time is important. Don't wait to scan those. Scan them through the TransFlow Geotab unit and get those in when the load is delivered. So as soon as you're empty, get those scanned and delivered instead of waiting till Sunday at 10 p.m., which is the cutoff, by the way. So get your paperwork in, no load refusals, be available for dispatch at least 5 days during the week, no CSA violations, no preventable accidents, no claims. Those are the requirements for no load refusals, I said. Those are the requirements for the guaranteed and the minimum pay. So as long as you meet those, you'll be getting that on a weekly basis, or at least qualifying. You'll get the better of the two. We've made improvements on our Decker Motel. So we've made a lot of improvements there. We've opened up access within the corporate office, the corporate building. We have streamlined some of our orientation process and relocated our recruiting department into the main part of the terminal so that the communication between the operations and recruiting was more in sync. So that is yet another benefit that we've done that has made a big difference, and as well as helped with the orientation transition for our drivers. We've been working on a database with regards to how our drivers, or the information that our drivers might need for certain customers, whether it be directions or facility information, who to talk to, parking information, that kind of thing. All of that is in there. I did mention the onboarding process. Phone systems have been upgraded and will continue to be upgraded. So now we have direct lines to safety, to after hours, to your recruiter, to your driver manager. So you've got direct numbers for them. So it is, in fact, no touch or one touch availability for you. So you can just say, call my DM, and whatever you have programmed in your phone, it'll call that DM specifically, instead of having to put in a extension number or start pushing numbers trying to get a hold of somebody. It'll go directly to them. If they are out, it'll go to their voicemail, or it will go to the somebody in that group to be able to help you. But either one's still one touch or no touch option for you. We are continually making improvements in the TransFlow Geotab system, and a huge shout out to all of those in IT and safety who have been working diligently on that. And thank you also for all of our drivers who've been communicating some of the good, the bad, more of what you need, what you don't like, so that we can improve on those areas. So that has been a lot of help, and we thank you very much for all of that input. So keep it up. We're going to keep those going. Amy's so close to getting out of Facebook jail. Yeah, so we've got lots of improvements. We will continue to improve on those as you guys continue to give us information. So like I said before, we would love the input. We're going to continue with Workhound this coming year for 2022, and we hope that with what we've learned so far within the year and what we will continue to learn, that we will make even more improvements so that we can continue to be driven to be the best, and not only strive to be the best, but you know what? Speaking of, as I say this, we have had this awesome honor that I don't know if you guys knew this. We were nominated for a 2022 Best Fleet to Drive For. Yes, we were. So again, all of these things that have been happening with the communication, with the just improvements altogether, the more you can give us, the more feedback you can give us, the better we can be. And it would be an honor, to say the very least, to win the 2022 Best Fleet to Drive For, but it is a huge honor to be nominated alone. In order to be nominated, you have to have been nominated by a driver. And we had a couple of drivers reach out to me saying that they had made the nominations. One in particular that the company, or that Best Fleet to Drive For, said, hey, you were nominated by, and huge shout out. So Don Neely, thank you very much, sir. Yes, it is amazing. It is super exciting, especially for a fleet our size, and look forward to seeing some results on that. But with nothing else, it is an honor to have been nominated, and again, we would like to see continued improvement. So give us the feedback. Now, next week, the 27th and 28th, so 28th here on our YouTube channel, we're going to be talking about some of the goals and resolutions that we have here at Decker. But one of them is, and I'm going to flat out tell you as it is, one of it is to increase our communication through Workhound. So if you guys have ideas, if you have suggestions, if you have complaints, if you have ways that we can improve, if you have just praises, whatever it might be, it doesn't have to be good, it doesn't have to be bad, it could be neutral, but we do want the input. And again, the more input we get, the more accurate our results are. It is awesome to get praises. We love to hear those. We love to read those. I love to share them. And so if you are giving us praises, don't be surprised if I reach out and I say, hey, if you want to reveal yourself, I'd be happy to post your name along with your quote. Because you know, when it comes to social media, we are all about sharing those positives. So don't be surprised if I ask you that. But if it is a negative and we can't solve it without knowing who you are, we are also going to ask you to reveal who it is that's making the comment. You can turn us down, but I do want you to know that we can't get anywhere to help improve at least your specific situation if we don't know the whole spectrum of it, or where it got dropped. So we want to improve. That's my key. That's what you're coming away with today. We're all about it. So please engage as much as possible with the Workhound so that we can improve. This is not just our drivers. This is our in-house, our office staff as well. So we're growing from multiple areas here in improving. So yeah. All right. Now, yesterday I announced our Driver of the Month. For all of you who remember that. Driver of the Month does, the number of Drivers of the Month, or I guess the numbers of nominations for Drivers of the Month, does depend on the size of that particular fleet. So we've got Western Refrigerated with one nominee, and our Midwest Refrigerated, which does include our Midwest, our Southeast, and our dry van. So those are all encompassed. So you see they are a larger division. So I have 2 nominations as well as the winner. And then of course our Southern Flatbed is a little bit bigger and it also has a nomination. So Western Refrigerated, Rita Tyler, congratulations. Midwest Flatbed, Randy Kazma, congratulations. Midwest Refrigerated, Todd Hawkins. Southern Flatbed, John Cullen. And owner-operator lease purchase, Dexter Jones. Congratulations to each of you who have won the Driver of the Month. Driver of the Month is huge. The reason it is huge is because it is a stepping stone to the next level. We have quite a bit when it comes to bonuses. We have our Smart Drive bonus, which is monthly. We have our scorecard bonus, which is monthly. And I'm going to talk about those in just a moment. But in addition to those, so they're kind of like stepping stones. And then if you do well in your scorecard and you do well in your Smart Drive and you're doing well overall in general, you're going to get Driver of the Month, or you can qualify for Driver of the Month. Driver of the Month, you can only qualify once in a 12-month period. So that's going to be a little harder. You can win, or you can earn that scorecard bonus or that Smart Drive bonus each and every single month and maximize on it, and awesome. Just ask Dean or Todd Overson and Dean Sosek. They both have perfect scores for the year. Yeah, all year, every month, they had perfect scores, which is pretty impressive to say the very least. Plus, we had some that were first-time earners in this, so that is also very, very, very impressive. So huge shout out to both of those. The first time winners, we had 3 this time around. The first time winners for us was Bruce Graham, Parker Westfall. Now this is Parker's 2nd month here at Decker, and he's already getting the bonus, and Jose Guerrero. So congratulations to both of those first time winners on that. And like I said, I'm getting maximum points on that. So anyways, you've got the scorecard, you got the Smart Drive, you got the Driver of the Month, which sets you up for Driver of the Year. A Driver of the Month not only has that opportunity to win Driver of the Year, but you also have a gift card and gifts. So you get a gift card from the Decker store, you get a Walmart gift card as well. Nominees get a gift card from Walmart and a gift from the Decker store that will be sent out from staff. So a lot of that is available. But from the Driver of the Month is chosen the Driver of the Year. Driver of the Year gets a $3,000 bonus for the year, plus decals and jackets, and just you get to be known as Driver of the Year, which is pretty flipping cool, is it not? Yes. Real Mo Rob Mullick. Why not allow a cat for a riding buddy? I cannot answer that probably to the fullest. Making guesses, I would say cat box and stuff like that, or claws, or I don't know. I don't know. I know that a dog is approved. I don't know the rest of it though. I don't know why no other animals, no pygmy goats, no nothing like that. Nope. Just dog as of right now. So, good question. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you. I just have assumptions, and you know what that does, right? Exactly. All right, so Driver of the Year, a $3,000 bonus, plus the title and the decals and the jacket and all that good stuff. So you're welcome. And all of, yes, shirts. Oh, thank you, Anna. So all of that available. Now, from the Driver of the Year, you have yet one more step. There is one step there, and that's the Grand Champion. The Grand Champion gets a $15,000 cash bonus that you or your spouse may determine what to use it for. So, no, you get a $15,000 cash bonus, which is huge, and I'm very excited to see who's going to earn that this year. Usually the award ceremony is around March, April. I don't know for sure what that's going to look like. We were able to put together something last year. In the past, we'd have a big ceremony with a buffet and like pretty nice buffet. I'm all about food, but it was a great presentation. I'm hoping that we can do something again like that. We'll have more details as that comes out, maybe March or April, for that information. But yes, thank you, Anna, my little Christmas time. All right, so let's talk about who won or who got what with our bonuses here. Did I not post them? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, give me a countdown here, Anna. So we've got our scorecard bonus. Scorecard for the month of November. Now we have one more month to meet 90. We did not meet 90. I'm going to tell you that. We didn't meet it. 90 is our goal. 90 is our goal because this is our 90th anniversary. So if you're not impressed with that, you should be. So I tell you. But yes, it is our 90th anniversary. We'd love to celebrate that with a 90,000 paid out just in bonuses. Just in bonuses. All right, so where should we start? Should we start with the Smart Drive? I think so. We're going to start with the Smart Drive, okay? With the Smart Drive bonus, you may or may not see because my screen is... Let's shrink this down a bit so that we might be able to see a little bit more of it. Okay, cool beans. All right, so November, we had 206 company drivers receive a bonus, averaging out to be about $81 for the month. Our owner-operators lease purchase, they average about $96 for the bonus. And then we had our perfect scores. Perfect scores, you guys. This is a perfect Smart Drive score. Not an easy feat, but I don't know if you can see this. This is a... I'm going to move this down a little bit so you can actually see all the names. That's a lot of names. A lot of people received perfect scores. Big numbers. Okay, now I got to increase the size of it again because I can't read it. Somebody has aging eyes. You don't want to admit it, but it may be the truth. There we go. All right. Lanika Anderson, Richard Anderson, Willard Applegate, Dwayne Asvig, Brian Arthur, Eric Avery, Robert Baker, Kenneth Bala Jr., Brett Budoin, David Bodle, Jerry Bozart, Danny Brewer, Jeffrey Brewer, Andre Buckner, Nathan Carmen, Joe Cassell, Michael Castillo, Teresa Cheek, Eric Christofferson, Nathan Clary, James Kloss, Joshua Coleman, Wanda Coleman, Johnny Cox, Daniel Creighton, Stephen Current, Jared Dahlgren, Floyd Dalglish. How do you say that? Let me increase this. Dalglish? Adam DeWall, Stephen DeWint, Louis Diaz, Melissa Dominic, Michael Dosh, Nathan Eckhoff, Daniel Edmond, James Ellis, Richard Edeldorf, Greg Ewing, Richard Farmer, Stephen Ferreira, Kevin Ferguson, Dean Filmer, John Flory, Travis Gatling, Kim Gang, Wallace Gibson, Perry Goins, Rodney Graves, Mark Gray, Shadrick Green Jr. Told you there's quite a few, my goodness. Jeffrey Griffith, Rafael Guerrero, Gregory Heron, Mark Huskonick, Todd Hawkins, Chad Hazelton, Dale Hendry, Alan Hinkle, Richard Hinshaw, Stephen Hope, Zachary Jansa, Ryan Jesse, Danielle Jimerson, or Daniel, sorry, David Johnson, Alvin Johnson, Andrew Johnson, my face is as close to the screen as it can be, Annette Johnson, Christopher Jordy, Lance Kincaid. Reading comments, my bad. Okay. Lance is on there twice. I got you. Lance, we're celebrating you. David Knott, Judd Cahoot, Stephen Kunster, Van Leproyce. See if I say how many names I can tear here. Stephen Larson White, John Lim, Tyrone Logan, Brandon Lovett, Lucretia Mabian, Christopher Maitland, Michael McBurney. I've got to increase the size here. There we go. Where was I at? James McCracken, Brian McIntyre, Charles Metcalf, Tom Melton, Lamont Millington, Monty Moore, Louis Moreno, Ronald Merle, Robbie Munson, Greg Narcisco, Sean Nason, Donnie Neely, Matthew Nicholson, Vernon Nicholson, Julio Novoso, Michael Norman, Thomas Norris, Todd Overson, Hayward Parker, William Parrish, Coronary Purnell, Jacob Peterson, Thomas Porter, Elizabeth Puckett. Whew! Anybody else running out? All right, who else do we have here? Oh, I gotta move the screen again. Robert Reeser, Michael Revels, Clay Reynolds, Charles Rice, John Roberts, Ricardo Rodriguez, Todd Ruby, Dwayne Saline, Hector Sanchez, Lionel Sanchez, Lyndall Schultz, Daryl Skulitz, Robert Skiles, Linnell Smith, Ernest Smoot, Jason Sneed, Cody Steinbeck, Michael Stevens, Stephen Stone, Gary Strong, Wesley Thomas, Willie Thomas, Paul Thurman, Kirk Thyssen, Jesus Torres, Hannah Turry, German Valerino Garcia, Mark Van Patten, Barry Vandiver, John Veldius, Eduardo Villopoulos Aguilera, David Wathan, Charles Winsk, Judy Weisenhand, Richard White, Frank Williams Sr., Patrick Williams, Charles Wilson, Janine Windsor, William Wisdom, James Wise, Gideon Woodcock, Uh, Leon Wright, Jason Wonder, Jonathan Yoakum, Christopher Zwick. I tell you what, you guys, I'm going to have to take some courses in names. Let's see, I just moved something. What was it? Michael Brown, Gregory Coleman, Jason Hale, Billy Hargrave, John Hemobian, Frank Homan, Dexter Jones, Henry King Jr., Sean Lawrence, Michael Lister, Michael Mertz, Felix Perez Santiago, David Perry, Miguel Taylor, Marvin Tini, Mark Thomas, and Alan Van Vliet. Tell you what, you guys, congratulations. That is most definitely a feat. I made it through. Whew. All right, now I need a drink of hot water. I tell you what. Mm-hmm. So that was the Smart Drive, or this, yeah. That was the Smart Drive. Smart Drive, you only need, I know, Anna, that's a lot of names, most of which I can't pronounce because it's a struggle in my life. But I can tell you, if we don't read them off, then you just don't get the recognition. And I want to make sure that what you've achieved is definitely, I mean, it is an achievement. It is definitely something you should be proud of. Not only did you get an extra bonus, or get a bonus, but you also had a perfect score in that. So that's over and beyond where you've excelled. And that needs to be recognized, in my opinion. So, straighten my tie. Just kidding. All right, what else do we have? The Smart Drive is 20 or below, and you get a penny per mile on all the miles that you ran for that month. Cool? So it has to be completed by the end of the month. Now, the scorecard is a little bit different. The scorecard has a few different factors. On-time delivery, miles, fuel compliance, idle time, CSA violation, preventable accidents, and driver claims. What am I missing? Or did I have all those? Those are all the factors for the scorecard, and you can get anywhere from $8.50 or above and receive anywhere from 1 to 4 cents per mile as a company driver. Now, as an owner-operator lease purchase, it could be anywhere from 1 to 3 cents more per mile. And in the owner-operator lease purchase scorecard, we omit idle time and fuel compliance, because honestly, if you've got those two down, or if you don't have those down, you'll see it on your within your settlement, because it'll make a difference on your overall net. So we definitely want to make sure that you're seeing that. So our scorecard bonus, we paid out $75,856 paid out to our eligible drivers. We had between the scorecard and the Smart Drive. So we had 280 company drivers receiving on average $177, and 35 owner-operators lease purchase receive an average of $245 for the scorecard bonus. 49, almost 50,000 for our November total for our company drivers, and a little over 8,500 for our owner-operator lease purchase total. So definitely see some great numbers. Love to continue to see those numbers. I'd love to be able to move this up for you guys. But I see, there we go. The struggle is real. We had quite a few perfect scores, and as I said before, of the perfect scores, Todd Overson and Dean Sosek were both perfect scores all year long. Mind-blowing, I know. Stephen Allinger, Robert Anderson, Keith Andrews, Andre Buckner, Joshua Calkins, Jesse Carter, Art Club, John Collin, Lydia Dietrich, Lauren Durham, Christopher Eppins, Antonio Fernandez, Bruce Graham, Jose Guerrero, Todd Hawkins, David Hemby, Cindy Hopes, Todd Hopes, John Jablanc, Ryan Jesse, Randy Kazma, Irving Kilberg, Darren Ladley, Donald Lamb, Fernando Lara, Dale Lehman, Justin McElhaney, Tom Melton, Jackie Miller, Sam Nugent, Lisa Ormont, Todd Overson, Donald Ring Jr., Niraj Patel, Jerry Patterson, Eugene Person, Derek Potter, Dean Sosek, Adam Stark, Parker Westfall, all for the company side, and our perfect scores for our owner-operator lease purchase. Donald Barch Jr., Jamie Beam, Michael Brown, Billy Hargrave, Brian Hembry, Sony Henry, John Hodges, Dexter Jones, Maximus LaFontaine, Keith Langford, Shane Lunn, Dennis Nelson, Felix Perez Santiago, Thomas Remington, Devin Stokes, Sean Swallows, and Robin Fendler. Congratulations, you guys. Again, those who had the perfect score get an extra 4 cents a mile. If you had both the perfect score in the scorecard and you had met the requirements for the Smart Drive of 20 or below, then you get a 5 cent a mile bonus on all the miles that you ran for the month. So congratulations. A feat to be bragged about. Well, we'll brag for you. I get that you're not going to brag about it, but I will brag for you. All right, Christmas is coming. So as a reminder, you have just a couple of days. If you haven't already, I know that with Christmas, it is a holiday that we guarantee our drivers home, but you do need to have put that information in about a month ago in order to have seen that. So here is my forgiveness request, and I'm hoping that it doesn't need to hold true. But with last week's shutdown of having to shut some of our trucks down in the area, I did want to let you guys, or just give you a heads up. I know that it put some people in different placements than what your driver managers had originally planned for you, those in the planners. So I'm hoping it didn't set up or cause any effect to our drivers getting home in Christmas. We had to take safety first. We had to make sure that you guys were okay and protected. We definitely, it wasn't an easy decision to shut our trucks down. So for those of you who don't know or who are new to learning about Decker, we shut our trucks down last week for about 24 hours because of all the high wind warnings, especially out of the Midwest. And then we had a lot of trucks shut down in the Northwest because of winter snow. Some of the roads were closed. So we did have quite a few people who were sitting because of that. Now, thankfully, we do have our guaranteed pay to protect you in case for some reason it is something that needs to fall back on. But most importantly, we had to make sure that you guys were okay. And definitely don't want to be talking to a spouse or a loved one for you because of a decision that wasn't made. So that's why the decision was made. We wanted to make sure that all of our drivers were safe. And the wind was nasty. And as far as I know, there wasn't as much damage as there was in the Tennessee area a week or two before, but it was still a lot of damage and a couple of communities. So I do ask that you guys keep them in mind. I also know that we've had some drivers asking about how to, or who are we putting funds together? Are we donating funds to certain organizations? And the best ones that we know of, there are some organizations out there that you can donate to help with some of those causes and to help for those who have lost their homes or in the middle of cleanup and stuff. And we can post those in the groups as well. But yeah, honestly, the best way to do it is to Google it and to find out some of those organizations. Some of them are larger than others, but they did ask, at least with the Kentucky one or the Tennessee one, they did ask that we don't just bring a ton of stuff and drop it off, because they don't have the manpower right now or even a place to put a lot of the supplies. It is appreciated, and they really appreciate it, but for now, donating to the entities that are providing the information, so they'll have those funds and they'll distribute it out accordingly instead of just having it all dumped there and then some of it go to waste because they can't distribute it immediately. So yes, if you are interested in donating, there are several online that you can look into. We found a few, but it's totally up to you where you feel that you'd like to make those donations for those who have asked. Yeah, but like I said, it's just please have a little bit of forgiveness. Our driver managers are working very hard as well to make sure that we are getting you home for Christmas as promised. Because of the delays in certain areas, we want to make sure that that wasn't holding us up. So hearing the words of the terminal managers and the operations managers saying, you know what, I know you're working hard and you guys are doing a great job, but I need you to work harder for our drivers, because they know how important it is to see your family, especially this time of year. So, we got you. We're looking out for you. Have faith. And then, of course, those who are staying out for Christmas and tend to stay out, then you will also get that $100 bonus extra pay as well. But any questions on that, you let me know. But I would really appreciate you guys participating in that Workhound and continuing to throughout the year in 2022 so that we can make those improvements. And I'll get off that soapbox because I think it is extremely important. It is important to us, and it is important for us to get that feedback so that we can grow and improve. And then obviously the more we improve, the better we are for you as the support behind the scenes for all of our professional drivers. So you guys rock. I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And if you need anything, if you're looking for information in the recruiting department, please reach out to us at 888-668-0698. Keep in mind, we will be announcing the winners of the referral bonuses. Yes, we had quite a few who have been referred, and we'll be continuing to update it because some of these, it's funny to me because our referral bonus is quite hefty. It's a $1,500 referral bonus for our drivers. It's a driver referral bonus. So when our professional drivers refer somebody and they hire on, they get $1,500. It gets paid out $250 on first dispatch, $250 at 30 days, $500 at 60 days, and the remaining $500 after 90 days. Or at 90 days. So it's all paid out within that 90-day period. However, plus there's extras. There's like a t-shirt, there's a $100 gift card, there's a tumbler, there's, did I say the cards, like the business cards that you can hand out? Those help as well. But in addition to that, if you refer 4 or 5 that are hired on within the year, you'll get $2,000, so an extra $500. It still pays within 90 days though, so it goes $250, what is it? $750, right? And $1,000. Am I getting right? Look who can't do math. All right, yeah. So $750, $500, right? Okay. So and then you get the for, let's see, $2,500 if you refer 6 or more within the year. So there you go. That's my $1,250. Wow, awesome. Okay. I know, right? Yeah, all you need to do is talk to your recruiter, 888-668-0698. You can also send in your referral through the Transflow app or through facebook.com/Detail Inc. Or, like I said, call your recruiter, email your recruiter. You know it. drivedecker.com is where you can apply, and you can also put the information in there that you were referred by a specific individual so that we can give those who deserve credit the credit they are due. So excellent. We appreciate everything that you guys have done. We'll have some numbers calculated for you to see who the winners are right now. I can tell you that we have quite a few that have gotten 1 or more in bonuses. Let's see. 1 or more hires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh! 8, 9, 30. I'm trying to get all of these. So we have 5, 6, 7 who have had at least 2 referrals. We have 2 that have had at least 4 referrals. And we have over 30, actually over 40, I think 50, that have had at least one referral for the year. So quite impressive. Quite impressive. Lots of payments for that. I'm curious to know if this is our highest paying payout so far for our bonuses. We'll be giving you updates on that. But we'll be talking about that next week. And then we will announce the winner. Normally we announce the winner with the quarterly drawing. So we've got a couple of different winners here. Not only do you get the bonus and you get all of those extra incentives along with the bonus for the referral, but then we have a quarterly drawing for anybody who referred somebody in that particular quarter. And that is $1,000 drawing. So $1,000 cash. And that's either, you can choose a laptop or tablet of equal value or the $1,000 cash. So you have that option. And then, of course, the other incentives that go along with it. And then we have the winner, whoever has referred 5 or more. And that's the minimum. You have to have referred at least 5 drivers that have hired on within the year to receive the $2,500 driver grand champion driver referral bonus. So we'll be talking about that, and if we had a winner, we have 2 neck and neck to see if one got it by the end of the year. So I know that there are quite a few, not quite a few, but I do know that there are a couple of people who are getting in right before the beginning of the year. So most definitely have that opportunity. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go for the rest of the week. If you have any questions, reach out to us. You guys have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Please be safe. And if you need anything, reach out to us at 888-668-0698. You guys take care. See you later.